A quarter-final run in Tokyo last week. First of all, how well are you feeling at the start of this Asian swing this year?
You know, I played some good matches in Tokyo. You know, it takes a little bit of adjusting different surfaces indoors. Had a close match against Gasquet. Felt I could have done a few things a little bit better. So definitely motivated coming here in Shanghai to keep improving. You know, I'm always looking to do that, you know, regardless of what's going on. And it's you know, been a lot of good weeks for me, a lot of good tournaments this year. I feel like I've played better and better tennis. You know, very motivated. Of course, I want to do well here, and you know, the rest of the year finish the year strong. So it's you know, you have a few challenges, of course, also towards the year end. I think mostly from a sort of mindset standpoint. Sometimes you can get frustrated a little bit quicker. So I feel like you really have to stay on top of that. But you know, outside of that, I'm definitely excited for hopefully a good finish.
Yeah, also a former quarter-finalist out here in Shanghai, of course. How do you expect to go out here? What are the court conditions compared to what you experienced in Tokyo?
Yeah, it's quite a bit quicker actually. I felt Tokyo, you know, the ball through the air was pretty quick, but the court surface was pretty low bouncing, you know, and pretty slow. You know, hit out here today, and I feel it's, you know, quite a bit different. Of course, being outside as well is a big difference. You know, usually from Tokyo, obviously just with this year, with the Olympics, we were indoors, so that's a bit of an adjustment. But you know, looking forward to a good event here. Hopefully, obviously, it always starts with my first round match. You know, being in the quarters here before, you know, came pretty close to making it through to the semi. So definitely that would be first goal. But you know, ultimately, definitely want to be here competing for a title.
It is getting to that time of year as well. Of course, everyone's sort of looking forward to London. I mean, I mean, how confident are you of sort of staying in this sort of position in the top 10? I mean, it's been such a fantastic year for you so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been. I mean, there's been a lot of positives for me. You know, of course, I'd love to make London. It's been a goal of mine all year. But you know, more than just taking care of what I need to do day to day, you know, that part's out of my control. So I'm going to continue doing that. You know, enjoy the challenge, the process as well. Obviously, everybody, you know, has London in their back of their minds, but you know, I think either way, it's been a great year for me, and definitely going to give it my best shot to be there. And you know, hopefully, you'll see me in London in a few weeks.
I mean, you're pretty well established now in the top 10, but just explain for us how tough it is to stay there, how relentless that sort of pressure is at the top.
Yeah, I mean, it is tough. Actually, it was in 2015, right here in Shanghai a few years ago. I made top 10 for the first time, and you know, I was looking forward to you know, cementing my spot there. And a few injuries came, and you know, finished the year ranked, you know, outside of the top 50. And you know, it's tough. You look back at what it takes to get to top 10, the results you have to have, the people you have to beat, you know, the moments you have to deal with, and there's only 10 people, and there's a lot of great tennis players all fighting for that spot. So you know, this year's been, you know, great to get back into the top 10. You know, I was top 5 for a little while. You know, a few spots lower, so I definitely have my sights set on getting back up there. But I think for me, the big thing which I've realized is, you know, dealing with those pressures and expectations. You know, just the way to do that. I think I've had more experience with that, and you know, it's all about putting that to the side and focusing on the things you can control.
It's the 10th anniversary of the Rolex Shanghai Masters this year. I mean, how important has this tournament become to the tour and this region, of course? And do you have any sort of standout memories over the last decade, either your own or standout matches?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very big tournament. It's one of our Master Series, you know, especially in this part of the world where, you know, I think there's a lot of growth. It's great to see, you know, so many fans coming out here, and I think, you know, increasing each year. It's you know, the tournament's won Master Series of the Year several times. They really do a great job, go, you know, well outside their, you know, what they need to do in order to, you know, provide a great week for us tennis players here. I think a lot of players really enjoy coming here, from, you know, the food just to the general player amenities. It's, you know, it's great. Yeah, I've had a few close matches here. I remember playing, you know, Songa in the quarterfinals here, where I felt I played a really good match and had some chances to go through the semi. So it was a bit of a bittersweet moment, but you know, it's definitely playing out in center court. It's a great arena. Hopefully, I'll find myself out there again.